Take both hands to your belly and notice your breath, just how it is right now. Maybe you can hear those cicadas in the background, I don't know, but hopefully they will calm you somehow. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose and out through your mouth, making a ha sound. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more like that. Then inhale through your nose. And we're going to exhale the same way, except close your mouth and exhale through your nose as well. But you're still going to be making that ha sound with the mouth closed. This is called Ujjayi breath. So we're inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, but making that constricted airway sound with your throat. Take one more of those Ujjayi breaths. See if you can try to breathe like that in every pose today. Maybe just one breath like that each pose. Slowly send your knees side to side. Whenever we hear our breath, I know I've said this before, but when we do that Ujjayi breath, it allows us to hear the breath, which helps activate that parasympathetic nervous system and helps calm your body. It also heats up the body. It's a heating breath. All right, from here, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Then reach through your legs, grab the outsides of your feet or your ankles, push your soles of the feet together, push the knees away for supine butterfly. And lift your chest up to the sky, tuck your chin to your chest, and then lower your head back down. That will help lengthen the back of your neck. And holding onto your feet, take happy baby, kicking the heels to the sky, low back pressing to the mat. You can rock side to side. Maybe bend one knee, straighten the other leg. All right, bring your feet back down into that butterfly position on your mat. And from here, press down into your palms into the mat. Press into the outer edges of the feet. Squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up to the sky for a butterfly bridge, squeezing the back body. Chest to chin. Windshield wiper the knees. Let's do another butterfly bridge, just one more. We'll press down into the outsides of the feet and the palms, lift the hips, squeeze the back body. Take one Ujjayi breath. And lower down. Windshield wiper the knees. We're going to take a quick supine pigeon. So cross the right ankle over the left thigh, reach through your legs, grab the back of that left thigh, pull it toward your chest. Push the right knee away, flex the right toes. You can rock side to side. And switch. Left leg crosses over the right knee. Reach through your legs, grab the back of the right thigh, pull it toward your chest. Uncross your legs, give your knees a hug. And plant your feet down to the mat. We're going to lift the right shin parallel to the sky. So bend that right knee. Take your right hand on top of that right thigh. You're going to push the knee into the hand and the hand into the knee. Left hand goes flat on the mat. Hug the belly in. Squeeze the glutes and lift up. Lift your hips up for a one-legged bridge. Pressing the knee into the hand, hand into the knee. And lower down. Other side, left hand, left knee. When you're ready, lift up. And lower down. Do one more on each side. You can do it. Lower down. Other side. And come down. Give your knees a hug. Take your heels to the sky for waterfall. We're going to activate that core. Hug the belly in. Cinch your waist together like your drawstring on your pants. You're cinching that. Keep it nice and tight. And we're going to lower the right leg down. And then bring it in, bending the knee, bringing it into the chest, and then heel back up to the sky. Like you're riding on you're using one leg to pedal on your bike. So inhale the leg down. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale down. Exhale in. Switch to the other side. Left leg goes down on the inhale. Exhale it in and up. Inhale down. Exhale in and up. Hope you're going nice and slow. Abs don't count unless you go slow. All right, and give your knees a hug. We're going to rock front to back. And we will meet in boat pose, balancing on your sit bones. Your knees can be bent or your legs can be straight. You can hold on to your thighs. You can drop your toes. You can hold on behind you with your hands on the floor. Lift the chest up. You can float the hands. Take an Ujjayi breath. Good. Cross your legs and come into tabletop, hands and knees. Let's run through some cat-cows here. Drop the belly, lift the chin, inhale. Exhale, cat, round the spine. Keep moving with your breath. You can sway your hips side to side. And come to tabletop once you feel even. We're going to tuck our toes under and hug your belly in, lift and hover your knees about 1 or 2 inches off your mat. Kind of round your upper back a little bit. When you do that, it really activates those inner core muscles. Then press your hips up for downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, wag your tail, whatever feels nice. And let go. Let's take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, letting it all go. We're going to let this crazy world around us go today. All right, bend your knees, look forward, step to the top of your mat into a forward fold. Hopefully you have a block or a package of toilet paper you can fold to if you don't want to go all the way down. Let your head hang. We're going to bend the right knee. Place the right hand out in front of you on the ground. Straighten the left leg. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Taking a little twist. Hug the belly in. Try to keep your weight evenly distributed between both feet. You're just bending that right knee. And come back down. Switch to the other side. And bring that hand down. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands go to your shins or out on the ground in front of you. Exhale, fold. Root down through your heels. Squeeze your glutes and rise all the way up. Palms come together. Take a little back bend. Send your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, cactus your arms down here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Look up. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold forward. Take your hands down to the ground. Step back with the left foot, then the right, coming into a plank. If you want to drop down to your knees here, you can. Hug the belly in. Send the heels to the back edge of your mat. Round the upper back. Take an Ujjayi breath. Then drop to your knees if you're not already there. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. And keeping your hands under your shoulders, you're going to untuck your toes and press the tops of your feet into the mat. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your chest up off the mat. Hug your shoulder blades together, then float your hands off the mat. Baby cobra. Take an Ujjayi breath. Plant the hands down. Send your one ear to the mat. And come back to center with your head. Now we're going to walk our hands a little bit in front of our shoulders. Same thing, plant your tops of the feet into the mat. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the chest up off the ground. See if you can straighten the arms a little bit more for full cobra. Drop the shoulders down from your ears. Open the chest. Ujjayi breath. And lower down, other ear to the mat. Come back to center with your head. Keeping the toes just how they are. Press down in the tops of the feet. This time bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. And you're going to lift the chest up and push into the mat, lifting your hips up and lifting your legs up off the mat, like a little push-up. And your legs are floating. This is an upward facing dog. If you didn't make it that far, it's okay. You can stick with cobra. Then tuck one set of toes under, then the other. Lift the hips up and back for down dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. Toggle back and forth with your heels and your hips. Bend your knees, look forward. Step to the top of your mat in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. Palms come together overhead. Take a little back bend. Exhale, cactus the arms down. Inhale, back up. And fold forward. Take your hands to the mat. Step back with the right foot this time, then the left. Coming into that plank, you can be on your knees here if you want. Check your alignment. Hug everything in. This time we're going to lower down for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to your belly. Pick your favorite, baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. Inhale up into that. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few ujjayi breaths here, letting go with each exhale. Letting go of things outside of our control. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Open and stack that right hip on top of the left. Take your heel toward your glute, bending your knee. And re-straighten that leg, square your hips. Take your knee to your nose, rounding your back to get there and shifting your weight forward. And send that right foot through into that runner's lunge. So you're staying high on the back leg for a moment. We're going to rock front to back to open up those hip flexors. If you have 2 blocks, you can take your hands on top of the blocks here if you want. And then we're going to send that right foot back to meet the left into down dog. Take a couple breaths. Then the left leg to the sky. Open and stack that hip. Bend the knee. Heel toward the glute. And re-straighten the legs. Square the hips. Knee to nose. Mine is not touching these days. That's okay. It may not ever touch. Send the left foot through. High runner's lunge. Rock front to back. All right, send the left foot back to meet the right, down dog. Take one big breath. Walk the hands back to the toes into a fold at the back of your mat. Reach down and grab your block if you have one, or package of toilet paper. We're doing a yogi squat, so if you don't need one for that, you don't need it. Take the toes out, heels in. We're going to drop our hips down, sit on our block. Take your elbows inside your knees, palms together. And we'll stay here for 10 breaths. Trying to open your hips up before our balancing poses. Give you a little hint at what it's going to be. If you want, you can try lowering the block as the pose opens up, or maybe just you keep it the same. Stay here for 5 more breaths. Plant the hands out in front, lift your hips, fold forward, shake it out. Bring your feet underneath your hips. And walk your hands back into downward facing dog. Lift the left leg to the sky, open and stack that hip, heel toward the glute. Re-straighten the leg, take a knee to nose in that high runner's lunge. Spin the back foot down to the side, rise up for warrior 2. Deep bend in that front knee. Breathe in. Ujjayi breath out. Reach the right hand forward, flip the palm, send it overhead, peaceful warrior. You can wrap that back arm behind you if you want, or keep it on your leg. Side angle, left arm, left thigh, reach overhead with the right. Spin the heart to the sky. And cartwheel your hands down, pivot onto the back toes, drop the right knee down, low crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up, press the hips forward and down. Exhale, cactus the arms down. See if you can clasp your hands behind your back, pull the knuckles to the earth. Release your hands, frame your front foot with your hands, tuck the back toes, lift the back leg so you're back in that runner's lunge. Now we're going to pounce off the back foot and come onto the left foot into standing splits. Here we go. Jump off the back foot, stand up on the left, straightening the left, lift the right. You can open and stack that hip a little bit, the right hip, point the toes, try to get the nose to touch the knee. If you would like to walk your hands a little bit further forward, fanning the fingers out, you can bend that left knee and kick that right leg up to the sky, kicking up into handstand. If you're like, what? No handstand. You can just do little baby hops. Just a little, it's practice. That's all it is. If you're done with that, whenever you're done, bend the right knee. We're going to rise up on that left foot. You can use your hands. You can walk up your left leg with your hands if you want. Take the right knee out in front. Flex the foot. Stay here if that's enough. Maybe take your hands under that right thigh. Just practice your balance here. Hugging the core in. Find your focal point to stare at. Or you can reach down with the right hand, the first and middle fingers. Grab that big toe. Maybe you stay there, left hand on your left hip. Or kick the heel forward, straightening the leg. The last step is nose to knee. I'm not going there yet, but maybe you are. Breathe, Ujjayi breath. And release, shake it out. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, step back with the left foot. Either go to down dog or flow through a vinyasa, which is plank, lowering down, inhaling up. Exhale, down dog. Pedal it out. Take a few breaths. Let go. The more I learn about meditation, the more I realize it's about letting go. And that song that Elsa sang on Frozen, it's like so true. Just let it go. All right, I'm going to turn around, but you can stay where you are. Lift the right leg to the sky. Open and stack that hip, heel to the glute. Re-straighten that leg, square the hips, knee to nose. Send that foot through, high runner's lunge. Dial the left foot to the side. Rise up, warrior two. Reach the right hand forward. Flip the palm, send it overhead, peaceful warrior. You can take that left hand behind your back or on your leg. Exhale, side angle. Right arm to right thigh. Lift the left to the sky. Open the chest. And cartwheel your hands down, framing that right foot. Pivot onto the back toes, drop the left knee down, low crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus. Interlace the fingers behind your back, opposite finger on top. Pull the knuckles down. And release your hands. Frame your front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back leg, so we're in that high runner's lunge again. Get ready to pounce. We're going to pounce off of the left foot onto the right, lifting up to half or to standing splits. Here we go. Lift that left leg. You can open that hip a little bit, point the toe. Take the nose to the knee. Stay there or plant your hands out in front. Bend that right knee and kick up with the left. You're shifting your weight into your hands and shoulders. Taking little hops. Once you've had enough of that playtime, we're going to stand up on that right foot. Lift the left knee up. Grab under that thigh, stay here, or take any variation you took on the other side. Release, shake it out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back with the opposite leg. I can't remember if it was right or left. And flow through your vinyasa or skip it and just hang out in down dog. This is the last one. Take it or leave it. Pedal it out. Then drop to your knees and grab your block or toilet paper roll. And we're going to sit on the block at the highest level, or maybe you want to drop it down to the medium height. So we're going to sit back on our heels. If this bothers your knees, you can try taking your knees out wider. If your knees are still hurting, you have this lovely blanket, hopefully, and you can roll it up into a kind of a skinnier burrito. And you would place that on under your little knee pits, and that might help your knee pain. If this hurts your ankles, you can put that blanket underneath your ankles. Okay. We're going into saddle. We don't do this one that much, mainly because I don't like it. But maybe you do like it, and we need it, right? All right, so you can stay right here, sitting like this. This might be enough sensation for your body. If it is, please listen to your body and stay there. If not, you can walk your hands back behind you. You can also place your hands on your blanket behind you or blocks behind you if you need some extra height. Stay here. You can tuck your chin to your chest. If it doesn't bother your head, you can try letting your head hang back, opening the throat. If this is not enough sensation for you, you can work toward dropping your elbows down or dropping your block down or getting rid of your block altogether, and then walk your hands back. If you need more on top of that, you can drop down to your elbows, let the head hang. Some people can come flat to their back. So you do what's best for you. There's so many variations here. It is a back bend. That's what we are targeting. You should be feeling sensation probably in your back, but maybe you're feeling it also in your thighs or knees. You do not want pain in your knees. So if you have pain in your knees, just come out. And the best way to get rid of that is to prop you up as high as you can and then bend back. Try to relax here. Try to relax the muscles around where you're feeling the most sensation. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths. Slowly come back up the way you came. Take your time. We always move slow coming out of these poses. We're going to come into tabletop, moving the knees underneath your hips. Once you get there, you can try tucking the toes under and sway your hips side to side. If you need to take a down dog or a child's pose to counter this stretch, you can try that. And we'll come back to sitting on our sitting bones. We're going to come into square. So cross the right foot on top of the left knee. If that's not happening, you can keep that bottom leg straight out, or you can cross the right shin in front of the left shin. And you can grab your blanket. If your right knee is popping up, you can put the blanket or the block there to help you. If you're doing the shins crossed in front, take your blanket rolled up and place it underneath your shins where they cross. And you can fold forward from there. So inhale tall. If you're just doing regular square, or if you have the legs straight out, grab your block and put it out in front. We'll inhale tall, elongating the spine. Exhale, fold forward. See if you can get your elbows to that block. Maybe you can lower the block and take your palms together. Walk the elbows together. You can also hold your head with your hands and walk the elbows to touch. I really like this one, and you can take that block a little bit further out in front if you can, and then drop the head while you're holding the head, and then you get a nice little shoulder stretch on top of the hip stretch. As you're holding your head, you can give yourself a little temple massage or scalp massage, or reach back and give your shoulders a rub. Remember to use your breath to help you let go of whatever you're holding on to physically, mentally, emotionally. Inhale, rise up slowly. Walk your hands behind you and take your feet flat on the mat out in front. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Nice and slow. And we'll switch to the other side. The left foot goes on top this time, coming into any variation you took on the other side, on this side. Inhale tall. Exhale, fold over to a block or to the ground when you're ready. Once you find your perfect position, then try to become still. Unless, of course, you go past your edge and it begins to be painful, then come out. Relax your hips, your belly, your jaw, your thighs. Inhale, rise up slowly. Reach your arms behind you, uncross your legs, plant your feet to the mat, slowly send your knees side to side. And lower down to your back. Give your knees a hug. And take a quick supine butterfly Just like how we started, soles of the feet to touch, knees out wide. Just notice how you feel in this pose now compared to the beginning of class. So take a happy baby, same thing. Hopefully you feel a little bit more open here. And let both knees fall over to the right. You're going to curl up into a little fetal position on the right side of your body. Once you get there, lift the left arm out over to the left, coming into a supine twist, just a little bit different way. And that left shoulder may be popping up off the mat. So lift the chest up to the sky, turn your chest over to the left a little bit, and then lower back down. See if that helps. Bring both shoulders to the mat. Maybe not. It's okay if they don't. And you're going to turn your head to look at your left hand. So if this is enough sensation for you, relaxing your belly, your chest, your shoulders, you can stay here, or if you would like to add to it, straighten the left leg out, so the top leg straightens out. Reach for the left toe with the right hand. So the first and middle finger on your right hand hooks onto that big toe. Then you kick that heel forward, straightening that leg. And you're kind of pulling that left hip back a little bit while holding onto the toe with your right hand. So it's kind of like a half pulling the cat's tail. Release those toes if you have them. We're going to roll back onto our right side in that fetal position and stay here for just one breath. Then roll all the way to your left side, bending your knees. Then take your right arm and fold it out behind you. If you're like me and that right shoulder is popping up, lift the chest up, then turn your chest over to the right and lower back down. See if you can get both shoulders to the mat. Look at your right hand. And you can stay here or straighten the right leg, reach down for those right toes with your first and middle finger on your left hand. Kick the heel out. and gently pull that right hip back slightly and try to relax. And release those toes if you have them. Roll back to your left side. Stay here for one breath. Then roll onto your back. Straighten out your hips. Give your knees a final hug. And relax down into Shavasana, final resting pose, however you would like to take this. Once you get comfortable, take 3 deep breaths, allowing your body to let go and sink down with each breath. Bring awareness back to your breath. Bring movement back into your body. Slowly roll over to the left side of your body. Take a moment to reflect on your practice today. And think of something you can let go of in your life. And inhale the biggest breath of the day. Open your mouth, let it go. Slowly come up to a seated position. Sitting up tall, bring your hands together at heart center and bow your chin down to your chest. Take another full breath in. Let it go. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun in class today. I did. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Make sure you drink plenty of water. And buy your Kirkland toilet paper. I feel like this is a little product placement right here in the video.